Well, it is another Monday here on San Diego Living. That means it's time to ask Big Daddy. Our real estate expert, Bryan Garrity, joins us once again here on San Diego Living to answer your questions. And before we get to that, Bryan, you kind of tell us how the market's doing here in San Diego. The hot topic here is President Obama possibly talking about trying to remove the mortgage tax credit deduction. Yes. This is one of the single biggest things that people cite as a reason why they have to buy instead of renting, because I need that tax deduction.
Right. That's how hot it is. No, it's hot. It's hot.
I wasn't sure what was happening there for a second.
But no, it's actually he's putting that in as part of his proposal, that the interest write-off that you get for your mortgage payments is going to be taken away as a tax benefit. I can't see that happening. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the final decision maker.
It seems to be one of those sacred cows that you would think that they just can't touch. But he's talking about it.
He is talking about it. There is a coalition of home builders that have pulled together. And listen, I really encourage everybody, write your congressman, write your senator, get involved on this one. There is a coalition of home builders that have put together a petition that you can go online as well and sign it automatically. But I would actually do steps beyond that and directly contact your congressman and your local representative, because that's the reason most people buy a house. I mean, if that gets taken away, we think the housing market's in trouble and they're having trouble igniting it now. That's why it's so nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you almost have to wonder if it's a political move, it's a bargaining chip, if there's really no serious will to remove that, but at some point it gets taken off the bargaining table as though something had been given up. But homeowners don't want to take a chance with that one.
Oh no, I mean it would be a mass riot.
All right, so write into your congressperson, call, write, send those emails, send those hard letters. All right, this is asked by anonymous here. This person doesn't want to be identified. Well, let's see why. Yeah, I own several properties and cannot afford to keep one of my rental properties. I was told by my bank that I could not short sale my investment property because I am current on all other obligations. Is this true?
Well, there's so many layers to that question. It goes back to, are we still talking about short sales?
Yes,
we are. Here we are.
I'm afraid we are.
But there's a lot of layers there. So layer number one is, does the person qualify for a short sale? And we can go back over that again somewhere down in the next few weeks. Probably should, as a refresher, because things have changed a little bit. Not a lot, but just enough to keep people, up to date so they know. The same thing we've been saying for 2 years that is really important is get off your patootie and start acting. Like, if you're in trouble, if you think there's an issue, stop sitting on the sidelines. Stop hoping that something's going to rain down and give you relief. Maybe there is something that has rained down, and maybe there is some relief that you don't even know about that's sitting there. But if you don't take action by calling somebody to find out, and somebody who knows what they're doing. I'm not talking about one of these predatory people that are trying to take your money and scam you even further. But to go back to the question, I didn't mean to go off subject. It depends. It depends. It's layered. To do a short sale, you've got to have a hardship. You have to have a demonstrable hardship. Maybe this rental property is the property that's causing that person every month to be coming down to zero, or hemorrhaging from their savings account, or dipping into their IRA. Who knows? There's so many factors.
So the point of this whole thing is really they need professional help in order to really answer that question, and that's what you do among just your traditional buying and selling of real estate, which you love, but the market is distressed right now.
It is.
So you might want to get in touch with Bryan directly if you have a question like that, and get some facts as opposed to speculating and maybe hearsay from one of your friends that says, oh, I think. All right, I've got one more for you here. I have been looking at properties for a year with the same agent who found me nothing. My husband and I ended up buying a home in a new development, and now she is claiming that we owe her $20,000 in commission. Is that enforceable?
Maybe. That's another thing. If you, as a buyer, engage an agent that you're going to work with on a regular basis, and they have you sign, it's called a buyer-broker agreement. They have you sign that. You've now signed on. You've engaged contractually to be with that agent and pay them a commission on anything that you buy, unless it's been broken out differently. But you've got to be very careful. So if a buyer's agent that you're working with says, hey, you want to work with me, you need to sign this. And I can see both sides of the coin. I can understand, you spend a year driving somebody around, showing them 40 properties, and then the next thing you know, you find out they've gone and bought something from somebody else that they didn't even know or were working with. be angry too. But you can get yourself stuck into owing a double commission if you've signed that form. If you've not signed that form, the buyer's agent doesn't have recourse.
All right, our real estate expert, Bryan Garrity, always available to take your calls directly and answer your questions. If you want to just buy and sell and there's no complications, that's great.
Love it.
But these days, chances are that somewhere along the line you're going to run into a distressed property, or you might be the one in distress. That's when you need an expert on your side. You're making this offer again.
I know.
Look, don't shoot the messenger here, because the people that work in your office are going to kill me.
I know.
Bryan's making the offer, 2 free loan modifications. That's from start to finish to the first qualified people that give a call to the office right now. He'll help you through the entire process of getting your loan modified if you qualify.
That's it.
All right, Bryan Garrity, it's great
Good
to
see you.
Thank
Happy
you,
Monday.
as
Thank
always.
you, sir.
All right, Ask Big Daddy. You were calm today. I'm
I know.
going to get you fired up next week. All right, for more information, go to san diego6.com. You just click on San Diego Living.